All right, we are live. We're live. What's up, everyone? My name is William Steele with the Marketing Squad, coming back at you with another live episode. Today, I'm going to do an episode of Wicked Words. So, Wicked Words is where we talk about copywriting, basically. Show all about copywriting, how to write better copy, how to how to learn copy more effectively, how to learn faster, etc. Because there's most copy online, especially with advertising now, because anyone can advertise now, and there's so much of it that most of it is just not, it's not good, right? So it's really not that difficult to write better copy than 90% of what you see out there. So, anyways, that's what this show is about. So let's get into it. So, just one concept I wanna share with you about copywriting today, and that is, so whenever I make this general rule for myself, and it works well. So whenever you want to use an adjective in your copy, use a verb instead. Okay, so again, I've talked about this before on previous episodes, but one of the primary traps that new copywriters fall into is they overcompensate with a ridiculous amount of adjectives for compensation of not understanding copy yet, right? Which is fine. I mean, it's complicated, but it's very, very common. So whenever you get the urge to use an adjective, a word that describes something, right? Try to use a verb instead. So I quickly wrote this very small example, but so you might say the boss was an old, fat, bloated, cold-hearted man that angrily went over to his desk and aggressively fired him, right? So that sentence, there's a lot of adjectives. Okay, there's a lot of adjectives. Because you're not really sure what to say exactly. So you're using a lot of adjectives to kind of make up for that fact. So instead of saying that or typing that, using all of those adjectives, the line below it, so the fat boss man bull charged over and obliterated his pride. Okay, so that sentence, if you read that, you see how I said the same thing in that sentence as the first sentence, but it was much shorter, and I used two verbs instead of a bunch of adjectives. And not only did I make the point in a short amount of time, but verbs also, another thing they do is they make you create visuals in your head. They make you think about what's going on in the scene, basically. Right, so verbs, they make you picture what's going on in your mind, which is extremely powerful. You want to create pictures and movies basically in people's minds as they read your copy. Right, very, very effective. Because as they do that, what happens? They get emotional, right? They get more emotional, right? Which is pretty much what we want. Right? We want to, for the most part, turn off the logical side of their brains, right? So that's all I wanted to talk about today. Is just try to get a list of verbs, and again, whenever you want to use an adjective, try to find a verb to replace that, or you can write all of the copy you're going to write for whatever it is you're writing for, and then go back and then find all the adjectives, and then try to replace them with verbs instead. Right, so you're almost trimming the fat of adjectives and replacing them with verbs. It'll be much more condensed, and much more powerful, and much more effective copy. So that's all I got for you today. Hope this helped you out. This was Wicked Words. I'm William Steele. I do a live show every single day on marketing. So I'll be back tomorrow. Today's Friday. So if you go out, have a blast. Don't be too hungover so you can watch tomorrow's show. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.